On May 25th in 1977, I was 7 years old. Yeah, I'm I'm old. And I got to go see a movie that everybody said was amazing, and it had starships, it had a big ape-like creature with a crossbow that shot lasers. It had a cool dude who was kind of like a pirate who flew this saucer-shaped ship and was kind of a ne'er-do-well. And it had a farm boy from a desert planet who had these really cool robots and things that we'd never seen before. And if that wasn't enough, there was a princess. And all of this was set in a galaxy far, far away. It had battles with starships and sound effects of lasers, and it had a terrifying bad guy by the name of Darth Vader who gave me nightmares as a kid. That movie fundamentally changed for me what it was to be a young man, to be a boy. Recess at school, my friends and I would all argue who got to be Luke Skywalker, who got to be Han Solo. It presented us with archetypes that, even though we couldn't explain what an archetype was, we at a instinctive level knew who the heroes were. We knew who the good guys were. There was no ambiguity here. No one got a free ride. Everybody had to risk something to grow in this story. The bad guys were truly bad. There was no sympathetic backstory to rationalize what they did. They were evil and they needed to be dealt with. And the good guys, even the ones you weren't so sure about, in the end, they delivered. Here we are, 43, 44 years later. I don't know, I'm not really good at math. And I still, whenever I hear the opening music strains of Star Wars or Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, and you see that crawl that comes across the screen, I will sit down, I will stop what I'm doing just to watch. I don't need to repeat what a lot of us have said over and over and over again since the acquisition of Disney, of Star Wars. And one could even look at what happened with the prequels and say, well, George lost his edge. And I did see every single one of those in the movie theater. And the only one, in my opinion, that I really think is worth watching is Revenge of the Sith. But that's a personal opinion. I just wanted to make this video because we're surrounded, we're inundated, we're drowning in hours of content that has no meaning, content that I don't think any of us even remember what the hell happened with WandaVision or happened with Loki or happened with The Mandalorian outside of Luke Skywalker's appearance. And here we are. And the question I think we need to be asking is why do these movies from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and even the early aughts, why do they stick with us? What was it about George Lucas's Star Wars that has us talking about it nearly 50 years later? I know the answers from me. What are your answers? I'd love to see them in the comments section below. Happy real Star Wars Day.